Well, and this is a TV note. Now, yesterday I was watching. My wife and I were watching CBS Sunday Morning.
As you do.
I already gave a great anecdote about Italy earlier from that and the way they're growing their produce. But there was a piece on there about so many older people being scammed. And it was like last year, it was like, billions of dollars scammed out of the elderly.
The new way to get people's money.
What's the most common scam?
They had 3 or 4. One was grandson calls grandma. It's not really grandson.
Always.
And now they can not only sound like him, an approximation of your grandson, but they can capture his voice and through AI.
They were doing that before AI.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
But it's gotten better. They were saying this has been around a long time, but it's just somebody doing a voice. Now it's actually the kid's voice. And they say, Grandma, I'm overseas and I'm in jail and I need you to wire this much money. Then the second was, of course, the credit card or the bank sends you an email. There's a problem with your account.
Click here to verify.
Click here.
We'll clear it up.
Or call this number, and the person on the other end says, can I have access to your computer to take over your computer? And then they've got all your information and your password.
My mom got one of those the other day. It said, call this number. She's like, is this legit? Because it says call. I was like, no.
Never.
No.
You know what they said to do immediately was to look up online the actual number of your bank or go to the local branch and say, I just got this email, but they said they'll never email you like that.
And no banking institution's ever going to contact you. They don't care.
No.
You call us.
The whole thing is, I was sitting there playing solitaire on my phone.
It's the only game in town.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a rich life.
Target found.
Well, I won it 3 times yesterday. I won it 3 times yesterday. Out of probably 25 games.
Oh, the endorphins racing through your body. When those cards go flying off the screen.
Oh, my God. That is such a good feeling.
Yeah.
When you make one move and suddenly it's like,
it's happening.
Satisfaction.
Yeah, satisfaction. But I was playing solitaire, and this came on. I wasn't paying much attention to it. And my wife paused and said, I need you to get off your phone and pay close attention to this because you're in the target range. And I said, what a shot. Because, it was the pine straw thing. She's like, here you're the one.
Yeah, some people still do it old school and go door to door.
Go to door to door.
And that still works.
Well, you got to respect it.
Yeah. I mean, they're in person. They're not going to. I see the bales of hay.
I know. There's one guy.
They're craftsmen, artisans.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Some people still take pride in their work. They're not just emailing you out of the blue, Come on.
Some call them pros.
That's right.
Bot dialing 1,000 numbers every minute.
No.
This is me. This is my face.
These folks take pride in their work.
Sure. Can't I just pretend to be someone's grandson?
No. You do it
in
the
this
right
family, we work hard.
We're scammed the right way.
You knock on the door and tell them you're going to put pine straw down.
They did such a long piece on scammers, and they interviewed one guy who said it's my mission to stop these scams, and the way he does it, he's made a living out of it. He records himself talking to scammers, and he has a voice effect on him that it makes him sound like an old lady. And so when they call, he's like, oh, yes, I do. And he just keeps them on the line forever. And he'll ask them personal questions. And he says, my whole goal is to keep them on the line 45 minutes because I know that's 45 minutes they can't be doing this to other people.
Most are foreign, I would think.
Yes, he says they're almost always from India, or that's the main place it's done. It's out of the reach of the FBI, and he says that now he gets a bunch of views, and he's like, I'm just trying to keep other people from being bothered with this, and so he never falls for the scam, and it's he's made a business out of it.
There's a bunch of people on YouTube that do that, and they record themselves just screwing around with the telemarketer or whatever they are.
It's a what's the word? It's a business now.
Yes.
I can't remember where I was, but I saw some site. No, P1 sent me something that said, for if you pay X number of dollars, subscribe to our service, we will handle your telemarketer calls.
Right.
We have, fake. And there were some of the samples like, look, I'd love to talk to you, but there's a shark eating my leg right now.
Yeah.
Just nonsensical stuff.
That's right.
Designed just to waste the time of the telemarketer.
You know what this guy said?
Or a scammer.
The guy who does it, and there are many, I'm sure, as Dave said, who films himself messing with the scammer, he will often say to them, do you have kids? I bet you want your kids to grow up just like you. as if they're a legitimate business. And the guy on the other line is like, oh, I don't know about that. And he's like, yeah, come on, you're a good guy. And by the end, he's got them like confessing what they're doing. Yeah, they're crying like, yeah, I'm really trying to rip you off.
Making $2 an hour.
Well, what they say is, I can't do anything else. You know,
that's all there is.
That's all there is. He's like, I want, and some of them will say to him, I want to get out of this dark place, but I can't. I'm being paid to do it, so I just do it.
And I live in a country with billions of people, literally billions.
Exactly. So my wife was into me on that. No,
but if you were there, look at you. If you were the boss at the scam place, you'd be You'd hear that in your headset.
Back to work.
Yeah, you'd hear somebody breaking down, going, "I have to do this, man. I don't have a choice." Head popping up from cubicle. Who said that? Agent 48, can I speak to you? He goes flying out some poor window in Mumbai.
There's 30 other people who'll take your place, Agent 48.
Yeah, that's right. I got people lining up for this job. The other TV note is Brad Pitt is working on a movie about Formula One racing called Apex, and it's exempt from the SAG-AFTRA strike because they're filming overseas in Hungary. So he had an exemption, but he said to show solidarity with the other striking actors, he has shut down production of the movie.
Okay.
Even though he loves the movie, he says, I'm not going to finish any of my shoots because I want to stand with the actors. Same for Viola Davis, who's doing an indie movie called G20, same thing, and she's filming overseas, got the waiver and said, oh, no, we shut down.
Wait, it's interesting you mentioned that because, Kelly, was it the last time we were all together, you told us about the stranger in your gym, the short guy, who turned out to be television's own Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I got an email from a P1 after that program when you told the story because he was in your gym anonymously and didn't make a fuss and no one knew who he was. He was just a new guy.
That's right.
But later you learned he was TV's Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
I got an email from somebody who said that he grew up not far from where we're sitting and was filming a movie in, was it Holly Springs?
A racing movie of some sort, or a movie, yeah.
I don't know. And I thought, well, shouldn't he be on a picket line somewhere?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's still filming or not. That was a...
I mean, you know he's got to be in the union.
Oh, God, yeah. You know he
think.
is. I bet he... See, because he was doing NASCAR stuff, so I bet he's focusing now on NASCAR. Yeah. I bet he's not shooting that movie right now. I don't know.
Could be.
But, you know, I heard more about that visit from Frankie Muniz, and you all were right. He was making the swing. He lives in Phoenix, but he's heavily into NASCAR and partnered up with Ford, and he was making a swing from Virginia down to Charlotte. We're in between.
I got you.
And he stopped and
perfect
did the workout. And Coach told me she'd tip me off if he's coming back. Because
how much advance time do you need?
None. 20 minutes. I need 20 minutes advance time. That's it. And I told...
You got your gym shorts on right now?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. There's my gym shorts right there.
Oh, God.
I have one right there. Dave, make him stop. He keeps doing that to me, Dave. He keeps saying cuckoo to me.
You could fly over in your Odyssey.
About my car. That's right. He keeps telling me about that, my car.
Well, quit wearing them under your clothes.
I like wearing them under my clothes, but just
what
in
are you,
case.
Superman?
Yes. I changed in front of Ibby Shea the other day. It was kind of an odd. We were just chatting,
and a strange exchange.
I started taking my pants off, and he goes, "Dude, man,
what are you doing?
Should I be here for this?"
What are you, a creeper?
He keeps.
We've done 3 podcasts together, bro. That's it.
It's not like that.
About to see if my round fits in your square.
What?
That's the name of our new podcast.
The Square and the Round?
Episode 3 drops tomorrow at this time, so we're excited about this. The Square and the Round.
Yeah.
And he keeps doing cuckoo to me, Dave.
Well,
I want you
things.
to reach over. I want you to be on my side.
So how many layers of pant are you wearing right now?
4. Got to.
Garment 1.
So you've got a support garment.
Yes, a support garment.
Gym
shorts. The underwear, of course.
Panties.
A panty. More of a thong.
And then the jeans.
And then the jeans on top of that.
That's hot.
Thank you.
No, aren't you hot?
Thank you again. Yeah, I am hot.
Kind of boob.
I appreciate that. Now, the good, the bad, excuse me, it's heroes and zeros today. There is an officer, a police officer, who's been called a hero, and he really did do a really nice thing. He was called into a neighborhood in Georgia where someone had seen 16-year-old Keontae Evans doing yard work. Evans had gotten a job to help buy his siblings some new school clothes, and so he was doing yard work in the neighborhood and being paid for it. Somebody saw him working in the yard and assumed he was trespassing, so called the police. The officer who showed up was Eric Colleran. He responded to the call. The kid said, I'm being paid to do this yard work. So he left him alone, of course. And Keontae Evans, the 16-year-old, said, I'm doing this so I can buy school supplies for my little brother and my siblings and working hard during the summer to do this, which is, golly, that's really
remarkable.
Nice.
No kidding.
Of course. So the cop goes back to the station. He and his friends pool money together and buy him a PlayStation 5, just to say, here.
A PS5?
Yeah, PS5, and said, thanks for doing such good work. It really is good to have kids like this still working hard today, honest kids. And this is the kid and the officer talking about it.
You might get told one thing over the radio, and when you show up on scene, it's something completely different.
Somebody just did this for you. Like, the game is so expensive, and, somebody just did that for you. You can't do nothing but be so excited. You got to give him a hug.
I didn't do any of this to end up on the news or anything. I was just going to try to help him out and reach his goal and let him understand that if you work hard and you're honest, and, good things will come to you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What a perfect ending to that.
The way it's supposed to be.
It is. The cop goes, sees what's going on, and then helps the kid, instead of...
What if they pass the hat to you around this building?
You know me.
I've got to get to the gym, guys.
I'm right now... I'm sorry.
I'm cash poor.
I'm
car rich.
I'm cash poor. I should just give that kid a car. I should just give him one of my cars.
That's not a bad idea.
What do you, why?
It's like a punishment. I've got an extra right now.
That's not a bad idea, Kelly. Get the title of that act and
give it away.
Yeah, and just give it away.
Give it away
to somebody that needs it.
That's right.
Not just some boob.
That's right. It's already been in the
It's already been with the
boob. Right. That's right. 0 today. A man in Phoenix was arrested on Friday. He was breaking into a house and got stuck in someone's chimney. The temperature was 111 degrees.
Are we still doing this?
Yeah, apparently so. Of course, he thought he would break in because nobody's using their chimneys right now. In fact, why would you even... A chimney in Phoenix seems like you wouldn't even need one, period. But anyway, he got stuck in it. And it was 111 degrees. The guy's name is Irvin Guzman. He's 47. And the family who was being robbed said, oh, yeah, we know that guy. We've met him a few times. It weren't clear on how they met. But the cops that responded said, we had to get the guy some water.
Crews were able to monitor him, monitor the atmosphere around him at all times. They were able to have contact with him at all times, speak to the gentleman, and provide water for him.
Yeah, so we got up there.
It's still hot around you, Urban.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, very, very hot. And they
How do you get water to someone who's stuck in a chimney?
Stuck in a chimney. I don't know.
Dropper?
Lower it down to him?
Pour it out of a bucket.
I was kind of picturing.
Tilt your head back and open your mouth.
Because I don't know if he could get his arms.
I'm telling you.
He was going down head first.
I'm not sure how he was.
Straw.
We got your crazy straw.
Yeah. That's what you have to do. A light up, glow in the dark crazy straw.
That has that sugar powder. Here, you got to suck the sugar powder out first.
Hook the straws together.
And then
go up to him.
Then there'll be water later.
Give him something.
Urban.
Give him a little something. Poor guy. I mean, I say poor guy. I mean, he was breaking into the house.
Yeah.
But he's so hot, and he's in a chimney.
When was the last time they built chimneys that you could actually get down all the way? I mean, I think I would think back in the 70s or 80s they started,
making them so small,
making the
super narrow.
Yeah, narrowed up because all you need is to get the smoke out. You don't need to have a big hole there the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know.
But people need to learn you can't go down those things.
So you don't think, in my chimney, for instance, I could get down it? You think it's too narrow?
Well, I don't know how old your house. Don't know how
early 90s, built in the early 90s.
No, I don't think so.
You think it's
it's a narrow. I would think it's probably a narrow little.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what is that. 18 inches maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do people successfully get into the houses through?
You don't hear about.
You always hear them get stuck.
You hear about people getting stuck. You never hear people getting in and out.
And I guess criminals just don't get the news, and then they keep on going down and trying to get
it, man.
The hero today, a postal worker, has been praised in Rhode Island, receiving recognition after 30 years of service in the postal service.
30 years.
30 years, Daddy. Thomas Vaccaro. What he's done is he's worked at the local post office and spent his own money for 30 years to give candy and treats to kids that come in. So every kid that comes in gets candy. And it's not from the Postal Service. It's from Vaccaro. And he said, hey, I just try to do something nice.
Instead of me buying a coffee, I get the candy. I just enjoy it. I like seeing the kids happy. And I like the stories that I get from the people, that come in. I've just done it for years, and that's part of who I am.
He said people now are, 35 years old and come in and said, I remember when you gave me candy when I was a kid. And they come back in to mail their letters.
What kind of candy?
That he is, Daddy. Different types on different days. He'll do, he says he does chocolate.
The good stuff?
Oh, yeah, the good stuff. He says he does chocolates. He'll do those Hershey mix bags. Sometimes
those aren't cheap nowadays.
Small M&Ms.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Sometimes small M&Ms, and then sometimes the powders and the sour stuff.
See those big bags in the drugstore? They're $19, $20.
That's inflation
for I don't know, maybe 60 pieces.
Right.